Similar to the last examples where we were clearing fractions, now we're going to do an example where we're clearing decimals. So you look at what's the most number of places behind the decimal or to the right of the decimal. It looks like 2 in our example, 2 digits behind decimal or to the right of the decimal. That means we're going to be multiplying by 100. So multiply by 100 on both sides, and that will clear the decimals. So if there had been 3 digits behind at the most, then you'd multiply by 1,000. Okay, but this time it's 2, so we're going to multiply by 100. So I'm going to multiply by 100 on the left-hand side. Should have brought in a bracket. Let's do that. Let's make that a bracket, square bracket. And then we're also going to multiply by 100 on the right-hand side. Remember, multiplication is commutative, so it doesn't matter if I put the 100 on the left or the right. Okay, now when I distribute, I'm going to have 100 times 0.25n. And then I'm going to have 100 times this whole expression. Now, when I'm saying that whole expression, I mean all of this. So it's 100 times 0.05, which is times the n plus 5. I guess I could have brought the brackets in again. On the right-hand side, 100 times 2.95, it's just going to move the decimal place to the right 2 places. The number is getting bigger, so it's going to be 295. There, we don't have a decimal now on the right-hand side. Okay, now let's see what happens on the left-hand side. 100 times 0.25, move the decimal 2 places, so I get 25n. Now here's where it gets just a little bit tricky. What we're going to do is we're going to take that 100, and we're going to multiply it times 0.05, and then whatever we get out of that, we're going to multiply times n plus 5. So this is that associative thing, where we're reassociating. Instead of distributing the 0.05, we're going to multiply the 0.05 times 100, and then we'll distribute. And that's sometimes tricky for students. They want to over-distribute, but we'll get it right. So 25n plus, now move the decimal 2 places, that's going to be 5 times n plus 5. And sometimes I think students are like, but the n plus 5 didn't get its 100. It's going to, because now we're going to distribute 5 instead of 0.05. So that's when it's getting the 100. We're going to take them both in at once. That's why we multiplied them. Okay, 25n plus 5n plus 25 equals 295. And let's see. Okay, 25n and 5n is going to be 30n plus 25 equals 295. So this is a good example where we started out with something, but in the end, we got ax plus b equals c, right? That standard form for a linear equation. So we had to do some simplifying, clear the decimals, distribute, things like that. But now we're going to subtract 25 from both sides. So I'll have 30n equals 270. Yeah, that looks right. Divide both sides by 30. And I think we're going to get 9 here. N equals 9. Okay.